What's good? What's good, YouTube? It is your girl Trisha just checking back in with a quick message on a Tuesday. And for anybody who's new, welcome to my channel. All the returning subscribers, family. Hey, yes, it is your girl just checking back in. And a little bit about myself, you guys. Not only am I a nurse, I'm an advocate for change. I'm a nonprofit owner. If you want to know anything else, my description is below. So go ahead, check it out. If you want to connect with me, I had left ways for you to connect with me, as well as if you needed resources just because of the influence I have, that is also below too. But today, what I want to get in is just talking about allowing your boat to rock. In this season, you got to allow your boat to rock. And the reason I'm going to tell you you got to allow your boat to rock is because when I was reading today in Matthew's 22, excuse me, in Matthew's chapter 14 through 22, this is after Jesus had fed the multitude and he had them all leave, where he was able to go up on the mountaintop and he was able to go have a moment to pray and reflect. But he also sent his disciples out, those of us who follow him. He had a chance to send us out and go ahead of us, right? His disciples. He let them go out ahead of them. And one of the things that was going on during that time is that he had them go out pretty far. And when that happened, the winds and everything started to rev up while they were out on the boat. So after Jesus was all done with his prayers, and I'm just going to read it for you guys so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It said, immediately Jesus made the disciples go into the boat and go ahead of him to the other side while he dismissed the crowd. After he dismissed them, he went up to the mountainside by himself to pray. Later that night, he was there alone. And the boat was already a considerable distance from land, buffered by the waves because the wind was against it. Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out with them, walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. It's a ghost, they said, and they cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, take courage. It is I. Don't be afraid. Lord, if it is you, Peter replied, tell me to come to you on the water. Come, he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the winds, he was afraid and began to sink, crying out, Lord, save me. Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. You of little faith, he said, why did you doubt? Jesus said in this season, oh, he said, you're going to have to let them waves clash. He said, you're going to have to let the wind blow. He said, don't be afraid to let your boat rock. He said, don't be afraid of this. He said, because I am with you in this storm. He said, this storm that you up against right now, I am with you in this storm. He said the disciples was terrified as the boat was tossed to and fro. He said, but Jesus said he came to walk on the water. And when he walked on the water, he said, just like he told his disciples, take courage. He said, it is I. He said, it is I who is with you right now in this storm. He said, so don't be afraid of this storm. No. He said, this storm right now that you're going through that's rocking your boat, that's trying to get you off balance. He said this boat right here is because he said this is your final test to see can you make it. He said just like he sent the disciples ahead. Jesus said right now he's sending you ahead of him. He's trying to see can you go. He said he had to pull back because he didn't want you to just. He said he wants you to lean on him, but he gotta also know that you know how to go. He said, "Do you know how to go in this season?" He said, "It's go time." He said, "Do you see the war that we up against?" He said, "It's go time." And he said, just as he walked on the water to reach his disciple in the midst of the winds and the wave, he will walk towards you in your fear, in your moment of uncertainty. He said, "I'm walking right there with you, baby." He said, and like Peter, don't look down. He said, don't doubt. He said, don't let doubt pull you down in this season. He said, when Peter saw the winds coming, he said when Peter saw the winds coming, he got afraid. He started doubting. And he said he began to seek and cry out. And and the Lord said immediately, he had to reach out his hand and catch him. He said, so if you need proof of this, he's gonna catch you. He said, look back at what he had to do with Peter. He said, so even when your faith waver, his grip on you do not. He said, now you better understand that this is grace in motion happening for you. He said, so look up and lock eyes. He said, and step out on your faith. He said, every time God is calling you in this season, he said, you got to know how to move. And he said, and right now, when you are moving, you need to be able to know how to move boldly. He says, so the water beneath you isn't meant to drown you. It is designed to carry you to your next level. He said, trust in this wave, trust in this water that's under your feet. He said, and then when you get confused of that, he said, let him remind you of what he said in Isaiah 43. And let me pull up Isaiah 43. He said, look back at Isaiah 43. Uh, chapter I'm in verses 1 and 2. He said, but now this is what the Lord says. He who created you, Jacob, he who formed you, Israel, do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. He said, in this season, you got to know that He redeemed you. He said, you got to know who team you on. He said he did not redeem you. He claimed you. He said he didn't just redeem you. He claimed you. He knew your name. Your storm has not caught him off guard. He said he created this storm. This storm right here, right now that he said, I created this storm because I got to see if you were going to be able to go out ahead of me. And I said, what? You talking on my butt crazy. I said, what? He said, yeah. And then he said, Pete, this. He said, since you are precious and honored in my sight, and because I love you, I will give people in exchange for you, nations in exchange for your life. He said, so don't be afraid, for I am with you. I will bring your children from the east and gather you from the west. I will say to the north, give them up, and to the south, do not hold them back. He said, ain't nothing in this season gonna hold you back but you. He said, you better know how to get across. He said, because when he created this storm, oh baby, you gonna have to get off a cross. He said, and then when you forget, he said, look back at Peter. And he said, the same way he had to catch Peter. He said, baby, he caught you. He said, his grip never left you. He said, but you of little faith. He said, baby, get up there. God said, his love isn't passive. His love is protection. He said, it guards you. It leads you. Ooh, he said, and it calls you higher. Even when the path is unstable, he said, I will call you. He said, even when it requires you to step out on this boat, he said, it requires you to step out on this boat because he said, he got to test your faith. Ooh, he says, so step out. He said, because when he calls you, he's only calling you for you to rise higher, excuse me, in this season. He said, when he's calling you because he needs you to rise higher. He said, you were not created to stay on a boat forever. You were made, ooh, to walk above what others fear. He said that's why he tell you to set your set your mind on the things above. He said that's why he told you to get out this worldly view. He said on this earthly things. He said this is why he told you to get away from that because he needs you to set your eyes above. He said so rise up in this season. He said level up. Oh, it reminded me of Donkey Kong. You know me stop. But he said level up. He said, the Spirit of God is inviting you into waters where your feet may fail you. Ooh. He said, but your faith shall flourish. He said, if you keep going, though, your faith will flourish. He said, so level up. He said, align your energy with God's heavenly agenda for you. He said, match my frequency. He said, because when you matching my frequency, then you know that you're working out of your faith. He said, then you know you're working out of your love. You know you're working out of this trust. You know you're working up out of this power. He said, so don't get it confused in this season. He said, you got to remember the team that you own. He said, know who power you are carrying. Mm. He said, that's why he told us to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. He said, this is why I had to transform you by the renewing of your mind. He said, because when you keep your energy aligned with his trust and on his heavenly agenda, then you would know that you will not shrink in fear or lower your vibration. He said, because as you stand in line through the thoughts and your emotions and your actions with his presence, he said, you will be able to walk in peace while others are panicking. He said, you will be able to understand that you are still rising while others is starting to retreat. He said, look at this, what's going on. He said, when you keep your eyes locked in and focused on me as he just having you go the direction in which he wants you to go. He said, look at what's going on. They retreating. You rising. They retreating. He said, don't you think? He said, don't you know that you trusting in him is about something? Mm. He said, so let your spirit stay in sync with my rhythm. He said, so you will walk in peace. He said, let the boat rock. Jesus is not only in the storm, he commanding it. And he is using it to reveal what can only be learned when the ground beneath you is on water in this season. He said you're gonna have to stay on that water because you're going to have to stay in your faith for this next level that he's trying to get you across. He said this other side, this land. He said, remember what he told the disciples? Y'all remember what he told the disciples? He said after he had dismissed them, he went up to the wait. Let me go back. Go back. Immediately, Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go on ahead of him to the other side while he dismissed the crowd. He said, right now, while he's dismissing the crowd, he's telling you to go to the other side. He said, he got something over there for you. He said, go on up over that side. He said, so let this boat rock. Jesus is not only in the storm, he is over it. He said, so You won't sink in this season. He said, but you will soar. You will get across to this other side. He said he even dispersing the crowd to make sure you get across. He said he's dispersing things. He said it looked like chaos, don't it? He said it be seeming like 1 minute you're up, the next minute you're down, the next minute you're trying to figure out what's going on. He said, baby, that's because that's that wind. He said that's that toss to and fro. He said, but can you keep the rhythm? Can you keep his rhythm? Can you stay aligned with his heavenly agenda for you? He said he got a whole plan for you. He said, but you got to stay aligned with it. He said, and then when things starting to come up, he said, baby, your faith. Ooh, he said, don't be of little faith. He said, keep that faith level up. He said, in this season, keep that faith level up. He said, it ain't what it looked like. He said he had to disperse the crowd because he needs you to get to the other side. So get on up over there. Again, y'all, it is y'all girl Trisha just checking back in with a Tuesday message. And again, my famous saying for y'all, this is each one teach one season. He said, so if you see your brother or sister crown tipping, help them fix it. He said, you ain't got to tell them you fixing it. He said, help them fix it. He said, we all is trying to get to the other side. He said, help your brother and sister get across to this other side. Yes. He said in this season, it is so important for us to know how to stay locked in. He said, you got to be locked in this season. He said, these times are so crucial. They said they trying to send anything to distract you. He said, stay aligned with his heavenly agenda. So keep your eyes set on the things that he has them set on. He said, because they finna distract you. They finna try to distract you. Mm. Again, y'all, until next time. But if you guys are feeling led, go ahead. Don't forget to press that like, subscribe, and share button. If you feel led, drop a comment. Let me know how this resonates with you. Until next time, y'all take it easy and don't forget to love on one another. We are all God.